Gamers of Reddit, what video game has the best storyline? Bioshawk had a great original story. Soma. I love the story in Hades. The developers found a seldom used historic character and thoughtfully developed him into a full, fleshed out character that fits so perfectly in the larger Greek mythos. As well, just having excellent overall writing, I think Hades has a fantastic and open-ended storyline. To the Moon. Silent Hill 2. Deus Ex. Not many games have achieved such compelling and mature story. Story on sequels felt just too Hollywoodish. New Vegas with all DLC has a pretty legit storyline in regards to the content of the DLC directly supporting the conflict between Courier 6 and Ulysses. I loved Bioshawk, but Mass Effect was also awesome. Planescape, Torment. About as ancient as I am by now but still undefeated number 1. Grim Fandango. You're a travel agent for the afterlife, where corruption and crime are rampant. *Edit, gracias for the awards comrades. Viva la revolución, *. Disco Elysium is the best book I've ever played. Outer Wilds. Such a masterpiece. Sadly it is a one-time experience, but a beautiful experience. In case you never geared of it, just please do yourself a favor and Google nothing. Everything is a spoiler. Even Steam description has a minor spoiler which when I played did not know about and it blew my mind. What Remains of Edith Finch is probably one of the best storylines I've ever played. Portal and Portal 2. Chrono Trigger. Edit, wow. All you guys, I want you all to know that even though we may never meet, we are brothers for life. To faraway times long ago brothers. Assassin's Creed 2. My then girlfriend, who has no interest in playing games, used to watch me playing just because she was so intrigued by it. People with sex drives way higher than their partner show. Do you handle it? We talk about it and don't play games about it. Neither one of us are embarrassed. I have the higher drive than he does and he is very physically affectionate and lovey, but there's no mixed signals. I admit when we were first together, rejection didn't feel great, but I find that really talking with him openly and looking at this from an us vs the problem instead of a me vs him problem is something we are strong with. It's easy to feel like it's you versus your partner, especially with a bit of a bruised ego, which is fair to have. I learned to enjoy the cuddling and touching and kissing, but really pay attention to the signs he gives. There are some things he will only do if he seems like there could be a chance for him to get into the mood. Of course there's the occasion where he doesn't get in the mood, but he's kind enough to make out with me and cuddle extra till I feel like I need to go take care of it. And he offers lots of cuddles and kisses when I'm finished, and usually makes a snack for us while I'm busy. This helps the most. I've read that some people use sex to ease tensions in their life, me. Other people need to have tensions eased before having sex, my wife. So what I have been doing is easing those tensions for my wife before initiating, such as cleaning, laundry, dishes, bills, etc. It eases her mind and makes it easier for her to get in the mood. Also, it's good for our relationship anyway. That's my advice. No guarantee that it will work, but it helps in my case. You take matters into your own hands. I have a relatively high sex drive, but my new partner has a lot more than I do, so for the first time I've had to say sorry, not feeling it. I felt like I failed her. But I communicated it to her and she understood, and I think that's as healthy as it gets. It's been rough. I'm high libido, my wife was too, a decade ago, but not anymore. We probably had sex maybe a handful of times in the past few years. We've talked, but she just doesn't have any drive for it. A vibrator. Lots of masturbation. As well as different toys to keep things fresh. I never try to force my boyfriend or beg him to have sex. We just chill and he initiates if he is actually in the mood, cause Lord knows I am always ready, lol. Otherwise I take care of myself. It definitely hasn't been easy. I am like a once every day kind of person minimum. My boyfriend is a once every couple of months, maybe. If he's really stressed out at work it can be a while. I felt very rejected at first and unattractive. But I had to understand it from his perspective. To him, it's not important, and when you're stressed unimportant things go on the back burner. For me, it's a stress reliever, so the more stressed I am the more I want it. Just like when people are depressed they eat, but when other people are depressed they'll starve themselves. Everyone is different. The number of people here describing their spouse's much lower sex drive, but gets upset when I masturbate blows my mind. I don't understand how people can be this way. If person A wants some but person B isn't feeling it at the moment, that means person A is fully free to masturbate if they choose. Person B had the option but wasn't interested, they chose to forego participation. That's fine, but that doesn't mean person A can't still satisfy their need. Nothing gets taken away from person B, they're not being left out, they opted out. I just can't imagine getting upset at my spouse for masturbating if I literally just chose to turn her down on sex. It just seems mind-bogglingly selfish to say I don't care if you want it, I don't want it right now so you can't have it either. It's frustrating and disheartening. I have to work really hard not to take it personally or as a sign that he's not attracted to me. I don't initiate at all anymore because the rejection really hurts. Deleted. Get depressed and cry mostly. 12 years of sadness. It wasn't even the lack of sex thing, the getting ignored in every way part was worse. Masturbate, wife gets mad cause sex once a month should be enough. Which celebrity do you think was unfairly cancelled? Paul Rubens, Pee-wee, he was alone in an adult theater. Who gives a shit? Paul Rubens. Although he has been somewhat uncancelled since. Brendan Fraser. Dude spoke up about being sexually assaulted and was never heard from again until recently. He seems like such a good guy so I'm glad he's back in the spotlight. Eartha Kitt, Catwoman in third season of Batman. Got blacklisted from Hollywood for calling out the president at the White House about the war. Edit was not first Catwoman. Apologies. I'm not very sure if this counts, but Richard Jewell. Man found a bomb that could have killed dozens, maybe hundreds of people, became famous for finding it, before the media said, hey, we need to sensationalize this story. How about we blame it on the textbook overweight white wannabe cop? Richard Jewell it is. Dude never had a good reputation even after he was found innocent after someone else took responsibility for the bomb. He died at 44. Janet Jackson. Wasn't Rose McGowan cancelled for basically calling out the shady shit that Harvey Weinstein and others were doing? Corey Feldman literally warned about child abuse in their business and was speaking from experience and was shut down, and that cunt Barbara Walters said you're damaging an entire industry. Here is the footage. Barbara Walters is an asshole. Sinead O'Connor and Corey Feldman. Folks can't stand the truth about pedos and the Pope. I'm surprised nobody has said this, but Richard Gere. The man was really popular as an actor until he mentioned the poor treatment of Tibet by the Chinese government. Sinead O'Connor. Brendan Fraser. He didn't deserve to be cancelled at all. Brendan Fraser. Courtney Love for calling out Harvey Weinstein.